September Astro Tarot forecast. I am shuffling the Tarot de Marseille, which is a new French deck that I've received. And I am part French, so I thought I would use this and connect to my roots a little bit. So let's see what is here. We have a transit, September 5th, Mercury, finally direct. He's not direct when I'm recording these though, so bear with me. Mercury direct in Virgo, transiting into the 8th house for you. And this is a beautiful placement for your intimate relationships, your shared resources, and who you are doing strong business with, your money connections, your investments, your property, taxes, settlements, inheritance, all things 8th house. And Mercury tends to details. It's the planet of analysis and communication. So there could be some sexy talk happening for Aquarians. Bedroom talk is what I'm getting. This is great for those of you who aren't in relationship and you want to date. And Mercury direct in the 8th house could really see you interviewing some potential suitors, sexual partners. And it's a strong critiquing energy in a sector where there's intimacy. So you could discern who works for you and who doesn't very easily. On the 9th, Venus, the planet of attraction and love, enters Scorpio. So your career sector, even though Venus is love, she's harmony and balance. And harmony in the career means that Aquarian is settled and is feeling like you're in the right place, you're in the right position. There could be promotion available to you on the 9th because our new moon is also stationed there. And even though Venus enters Scorpio, that's promotional energy. The new moon at 17 degrees of Virgo in the 8th house is a new way of earning your money, or it's a new intimate connection entirely coming to you. There could be new experiences regarding property, and a new place or a residence could intrigue you. You could have a property sale because of these two sextiling energies between the new moon and Venus at this time on the 9th. Property sales which will increase your earnings, or it could be that you are choosing a new business partnership in your career. You're reporting to a new authority figure in career. It could be very different for each of you. Please watch your rising sign too if you know the time of your birth, and your moon sign for a full dose of the cosmos. And consider reading with me. If you'd like a private reading, we can get down to it. On the 10th, Mars enters your sign again. So you had a taste of him back in May 16th when he entered Aquarius, but he's been retrograde and went back into the sign of Capricorn. But now, full-on direct, Mars enters your sign on September 10th through November 15th. Stamina, energy, a little bit of aggression is available to Aquarius, and feistiness. Heightened sexuality is here in the month of September, and finding a place where you can put all of this energy, whether it's the gym or the boudoir, it's someplace. You are needing to expel a lot of energy. So watch your road rage, watch sharp instruments in the kitchen. There's always a beneficial aspect with Mars transiting, but then there's a detriment to him as well, and that would be you have to tend to sharp knives and driving very carefully. You're accident prone when Mars is in the 1st house of body and self, and it's also not the time for surgeries unless they're absolutely necessary, because with Mars is the ruler of blood and red and sharp objects, and you know, you don't want to bleed very easily while you're going into surgery. So I don't do surgeries when Mars is in my 1st house, and I don't do surgeries in a Mercury retrograde. That's just me. I also don't do any of that when Mars is retrograde. So just be very aware of what you're doing when using sharp instruments or machinery, and especially driving. And you're a little bit prone to being, pissed off while you're on the road. So just treat everyone with kindness as much as you can, and take everything with a grain of salt. If they cut you off, they cut you off. It's not worth a gun battle. On the 21st, Mercury enters Libra and leaves that 8th house of intimacy. And with Mercury, a very travel, what am I trying to say? Travel ridden? That's not a word. Mercury is a travel planet. He gets things moving, and he's entering a foreign travel sector. So he's local travel stimulus entering a foreign travel sector, which means you could be planning the trip or getting on the move. And I feel like Aquarian wants to go somewhere. The Aquarius needs to experience outside foreign locations. You might be very used to your little area on the map, but this is a broad energy, and there's so much more than your little area, is what I'm getting. So take a chance. The sun follows suit on the 22nd, following Mercury entering the 9th house. Foreign travel, higher education, studying, learning things that are foreign to you, discovering new belief systems, and maybe broadening your mind in the concept of religion and philosophy. There are a plethora of gods out there, and over 1,000 of them have birthdays on December 25th. That is because that's the solstice time. But I won't get into all that. But there's a lot to be reading and seeing, and this is the message I'm getting. It's like, get out of this tiny concept and see other lands and worlds, and read other books, and explore things that you haven't, because you might be limiting yourself to your own, some of you, not all of you, a more narrow reality. Now, Aquarius is a progressive sign, so I don't think by any means you're narrow-minded at all. You are a brilliant sign. But I feel like sometimes we get so stuck in our own pattern, our own little rat race during the day, that we could use a moment to see outside of our perception. And that's what this is. It's like, just see a little bit outside. You don't have to take on a whole new philosophy if you don't want to, but if you don't know everything, why be stuck in a mindset that's smaller than you? Let's put it that way. Yeah, smaller than you. You are a cosmic force of the universe. So expand your mindset. And the 9th house is all about learning and study and knowledge and foreign concepts to you. So take advantage of that. We just have to end on the full moon. The 24th of September, the full moon is at 2 degrees of Aries. And that is closure in the 3rd house of siblings, releasing old wounds, coming up to a healing point with siblings in your life. Burying the hatchet can apply. Also putting any battles that you're having with neighbors. I know that sounds silly, but neighborhood endings. Maybe you're seeing some people move out of the neighborhood, or you're putting to rest some disagreement you had with someone that lives near you. Again, applying very differently for everyone. Aquarius, here are your cards for the month of September. And if you'd like a private reading with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I read all through the week. The first card, the 5 of Cups. It's taking me a minute to know what card I'm holding because these are new pictures for me. But this is an emotional card. It is suggesting that there had been depression in your life, or the thoughtfulness, and maybe a mixture of your thoughtfulness and caring has let you down. Not all of you, but in some respect, it's a little bit of a low point. So let's see what's here. Roi de bâton. So King of Fire. King of Fire. Okay, so expression, or a fire sign in your life, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but creative expression and artistic endeavors, becoming your own independent force, and maybe entrepreneur is available to you. Or maybe that person, that fire sign, is leaving you a little bit distressed. The next card, La Papesse. This is the High Priestess. Wow. Intuition and knowledge and clairvoyance. Taking a step back and not giving a complete reaction. I know it's going to be hard with Mars in your first house, but the High Priestess showing up is saying you don't have to take action or reaction to anyone's upsetting energies. Let's see what else is here. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. Nothing is missing, is what I want to say. Some of you might be looking back at choices or opportunities, whether it was intimate connections or maybe thinking, if I only went back and did it over again, I would do it like this. Don't do that to yourself. You are exactly where you are for a reason. There are no mistakes. There are no wrong choices. What I think with this is saying, don't create the upset energy in your mind by feeling like you didn't use your best judgment. You did. You used your best judgment. And some of you just need maybe a sense of independence, or to create something, to manifest a business, or take control over what is rightfully yours in order to feel powerful, to get rid of any depression or feelings of, I want to do something over again, looking back to the past and wanting a redo. There's no sense in wasting your time doing that. It's not going to happen. Meaning, you can't relive life again, so don't create that upsetness in your mind. Just move forward and try to do so as positively as you can. I know it's hard, but you have strength available to you with Mars in the first house. So why don't you commit to your physical self? And when you do so, your emotional self will start to feel better. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you a beautiful month of September. Aquarius, remember the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.